Hey guys, just played a quick few games in the tanks tonight. I think this was my first or second game I've played. It's one of the first games of tanks I've played in a few months, to be honest. So I wasn't really expecting much, but this game goes quite well. It's going to be about 3 minutes of pretty uneventful, so I'm just going to talk about some stuff. But the first few minutes are a bit bland, but then we get right into some juicy action. So we're on the, I think it's the Normandy map. It's the one where there's the big aerodrome in the middle, where they keep well, I think it's a big hangar. I think they keep I think it's an air balloon, I'm not sure, it doesn't really matter. It's the map that's really wide open with very little cover. There's a lot of concealment, but there's hardly any cover on it. And we're pushing down the southern flank, which is usually where the heavy tanks go to brawl. You can see there's only one capture spot in the north, which is A. A lot of the time you do get long range snipers sitting on either side of the hill. You can see where our spawn is and their spawn is. It's kind of just a sniper's dream. Which you can use this tank as a sniper's dream. It's the premium British rank, either 4 or 5. It's the Stridsvagen 81. It's basically a British Centurion equipped with 3 Swedish anti-tank missiles. Very early generation anti-tank missiles, so you have to guide them using the WASD keys, which does kind of limit their usefulness. This is different, obviously, to the late game missiles where you can just use your mouse to guide them. But a lot of people dismiss these missiles, say they're pretty useless because of that, but I'll show you later on how they're not. I'll show you how you can get pretty easily kills with them. But I was pretty surprised at this point because you usually do run into enemies. It's usually quite a struggle to make it to these houses. This is pretty much the only little bit of cover on this flank. As you can see, there is an enemy spawn directly where we're looking, but no one seems to have spawned there, which is quite peculiar. But spoiler alert, there isn't going to be anybody. We're just going to push all the way around. Pretty much going to do a massive flanking manoeuvre. You can see if you look at the bottom right, our team has pushed through the middle as well, and they've not met any resistance. So the entire enemy team has spawned in the north. Which basically means this is going to be a... We've basically got them encircled. But this map does suit German teams pretty well. Long range sniping, that's what the German tanks were made for in real life. You could say the high amount of concealment does just hamper them a little bit, but German teams are pretty good as it is. So like I say, I haven't played tanks in quite a long time. Mainly been focusing on air RB. I did used to pretty much main tank realistic for a good few months, but I kind of got a bit stressed out playing it. It's very brutal tank realistic battles, especially if you do alright on the ground and you get a few kills, and then you go into a aeroplane and you can just get spawn killed straight away by someone camping your air spawn. I'm not trying to knock the thing. It is I do really like. You just got to be in a mindset to play it. I mean, if you're stressed out or you've had a long day, then playing tanks probably isn't the greatest way to relax. But well, like I said, I've been playing planes a lot, and I'm just getting stressed out and bored, and generally not really taking any joy from it. I come home and I'll log on, and there's nothing I really want to fly. I've not got any planes I want to take out. It's just, I don't know whether I need to take a little break from War Thunder and go on a different game, just to like a little holiday, take a few days off from it and come back to it nice and refreshed. But I've been playing some Minecraft with my friend, but it's not seemed to have done the trick. But like I say, I've only played a few hours of Minecraft. I was thinking about replaying Fallout New Vegas. I have also got a few other projects within War Thunder. I've got a few premium reviews coming up that I've already got the clips for. I just need to do the script and then the editing and audio. Oh yeah, by the way, the Amazon Prime sale picked up a new microphone, so you might be able to hear my voice in crisp high definition. I got the Blue Yeti microphone. I don't know. I think it's called. I think Blue is the company and Yeti is the model, but I don't know. It sounds alright, but I won't be able to tell once this goes up. So we're moving towards the actual juicy part of the gameplay. I apologise for the previous. It's about 3 minutes. It's just driving around. You could have. It's basically the Tour de France in a tank at the minute. It's just nothing to see. But like I say, the entire enemy team spawned at this little top part of the map. That means there's quite a high concentration of enemies here, and we're going to go to town on them in just a second. So, with all the enemies being in this part of the map, it's quite formidable because they can use their entire team to push A, whereas our team, as you saw, was quite spread out. So they're not being clubbed basically at this point. They're surviving. As you can see, our ticket is a lot lower than theirs are, because they initially held the A cap. And basically they're camping in the basically near your spawn is more fortified. Obviously for balance reasons, guys didn't want to implement maps where if you get in spawn cap, you can kind of protect yourself. But here's the first part. We aim directly at the Tiger 2, then we fire our missile. Now I'm not controlling this at all here. If you aim at the target and fire the missile, it will automatically guide to where you fired it to. And we get a kill straight through the back of his engine deck. So you don't even need to touch the WASD keys. If an enemy is static and not moving, just aim at them where you want it to hit, fire. Now obviously there's a little bit of inaccuracy, but as you can see, it's pretty much where you want to go. So we hit him in the back of the turret with our missile, which takes out his fighting crew, shall we say, and then our shot through his engine deck goes straight through to the driver. The driver's compartment kills them too. So that's nice, quick 2 kills, both on enemies completely oblivious to us. And now we're just scouting around. I see something moving through the tree line. I thought I was being paranoid here, but then I realised that no, there's actually something. We take out the Panther 2. Quite a lucky shot. You don't typically get one shots with British tanks. But then obviously we got another one straight away. The British tanks are pretty much defined by the fact they fire solid shots pretty much exclusively. The rounds I was using in that was MRP and discarding Sabo. They've got a lot of they've got very high penetration, but they do pretty poor after effects. And sadly we do get taken out by Panther 2, but can't complain, we got a nice amount of kills. And we're going to take out some close air support. As you can see, I hit spawn, but then I realised I got it set to carrier fleet, and I frantically press air point just in the nick of time. No idea how frustrating it is for you to spawn on the carrier in this point, because if you spawn on the carrier, it basically spawns you without your engines on. So you've got to wait for the entire animation for your engines to spool up, then you've got to take off. And it just, because I always forget basically in this Wyvern, I always forget to set it to auto air spawn. But we're going to have a nice little game in our Wyvern. Matt, I need to make a video all by itself on the Wyvern. It is a great premium plane, I'd highly recommend it. Both for grinding in realistic air, and it's a great lineup for whatever the battle rating for realistic tanks as well. Sorry. So we see our first target, our first 2 targets. Sorry. It's a Panther and a Panzer 4, I think, or Panzer 3. Sorry. That's a nice little double kill. More luck than skill there, but now I initially thought there was someone tailing this P-47. I saw tracers. That was me being a bit naive. I realised it's anti-aircraft fire, or ground-based anti-aircraft fire, and there you can see I hear it. Now I thought he died there. Turns out he didn't. We get another kill. That's our 3rd kill in the air. So now here your choice is you can go back to base and rearm, or you can stay up, provide a cover, and spot enemies by shooting them. The way it works in War Thunder is, even if you hit an enemy with well, even small caliber bullets, but in this point in the Wyvern you have 4 20mm. So every time I hit one of these tanks like that, even just a little hit, doesn't have to penetrate. That's basically spotting them for my team. It tells them where they are. You see the little chevron that pops up above the tank. So we spotted that Panther. And we get a nice cheeky kill on the VFW. It's a good tank map, but it's very, very liable to where attack being open decked. I don't know why I typed respect women in the chat. I think I don't know, being a bit of a meme. But we see a JU-288 coming in. I'm not going to get any shots on here. Don't want to go anywhere near that cap circle when he's just dropped a Satan 1,800 kilogram bomb on it. But luckily for us, the JU-288 gets shot down. But I did enjoy this game. It was I think you enjoy it. It's like all games. You enjoy it when it's going well, but you hate it when it's not. It's just a brutal game, I think. What a tank? What the fuck am I on about? War Thunder. As you can see, we're just flying about. We're going to get jumped in a second by an enemy fighter. There's nothing much you can do in a Wyvern. You can't really outturn anything. You can outrun them, but if an enemy's diving on you with an energy advantage, you've pretty much screwed it. You've got absolutely garbage energy retention. Maybe I should have bailed out here and then just spawned back in a plane. No, not a plane, sorry, in a tank. Tried to assist my team. We get a few more shots on this Panther 2. The good thing about hitting tanks, the good thing about hitting tanks in a plane is if they die, you get a kill assist, which is pretty easy way to get XP, to be honest. You don't have to hit them you don't have to damage them, you just have to hit them with a shot. But, you do quite a bit of damage just with 20mm cannons. You don't seem to, but you can take off tracks, you can disable parts of the tank. But here we're doing a bit of a meme with this, is it an M70? I can't remember. It's the Russian shit, and it's the Russian boom and zoom fighter that no one plays. So we see an enemy get spotted, so we decide to go back in for a gun run. I think it's an Elephant or a Ferdinand. Can't remember what it's called in game. It's Iron Armenian tank, in my opinion. But here we get jumped, and I was like, holy shit, what's that? Nothing real much I could have done. That's pretty much the game. I'm not really going to get any more kills after this. Pretty much the entire enemy team has been wiped out the map. As you can see, I almost had enough spawn points to call in my F Mark 24, but sadly we don't. And I should have taken out a Crusader here, but instead I take out the Charioteer. Charioteer is a very, very fast tank with a very good gun. It is a tank destroyer in game, but it's pretty much use it like a light tank without the spotting ability. But there's not really going to be any more action from here. Just going to drive about a bit. We're going to shoot at some planes in the air, but we're not going to get any hits. But I want to upload some more tank gameplay. I have got some new clips. I've been struggling to play it, in all honesty. I've been having a pretty rough time in general at the minute. And coming home and playing War Thunder, it's a bit stressful, but I do need to take a break. I need to get my head back on track. Just not really finding it enjoyable in the average games. It's just Guardian keep on fucking up the battle rating system, which has completely ruined jets now. 8.0 to 9.0 jets are just decimated. You have to, if you want to fly a Meteor going against MiG-15s, it's fucking awful. Here we're taking some speculative shots against that. I think it's a Fokker. But nothing much is going to come of it. We don't get any hits, obviously. It's a long way away. I don't know what I was doing. This was like 10:30 at night. I was going to bed like 10 minutes after this game finished. But like I say, I need to find my love for the game again. Might play some either low tier points. Like I say, I've got my premium. I want to try and get pretty much every British premium review. That's pretty much where my passion is. I think they do have some good premiums. I've got pretty much every British premium in the game apart from ships because I'm a sad cunt, but this game's over. You can see we've pretty much taken all the tickets. I think there's only 2 people left in the game on the enemy team. I think everyone else has had the points bled out. But, it's kind of a sad British lineups at the minute because you've got really good close air support and you've got really good penetration. You just don't really have any good heavy tanks up until 7.3, and even then they're pretty memey. Conquer is good, but it's really slow, and it's only really good hold down and from long range. But got 8 kills in that game. It's nothing impressive, but for me, as my first game back in British, I thought it was alright. You see, we joined the meme squadron of UKIP. Got quite a good result, 80,000 silver lines, 10k RP. Researching my chieftain, but I hope you liked it. I'll see you in another video.